What is up, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Anonymous Nobody, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're going to talk about the Passport Bros. The Passport Bros. It's been a thing for a while, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen videos referencing to said Passport Bros. The thumbnail, as you probably seen, made you click on this video. It's not deceiving. Deadport Bros, the reason for this, if you have noticed, for the past few months, we have seen backlash from said Passport Bro locations, not limited to Latin countries, i.e. Colombia, Brazil, Dominican Republic. Oh no, not just Latin countries. There is now pushback from African countries, such as Kenya, Ethiopia. Now, why? Why is this happening? Why are these countries not wanting the Passport Bros to come? Why is there outrage? I'll tell you why. Niggas. I said it. Niggas. The same reason most of us travel and move around the way we move. Trying to get away from niggas. And the fact that they are sloppy. They are very sloppy from what I've seen. They tend to be very loud, obnoxious, unruly, and that's not something you want to do when you are abroad. If you're in someone else's backyard. And I'm quite certain they have not done any research. And clearly they're not there for a regular vacation or to absorb culture. The whole movement of Passport Bros was a niche movement. It is not a new movement. This has been done before. This started probably back in the 50s. With the men that went to war, usually going to other European or Asian countries, and would have relations with the women in said countries. Now, with the advent of the internet and social media, this is now news, which before this was taboo. It was under the table. It was in the shadows. And now, with the clout chasing environment that we're in, the veil has been slowly lifted over the past 7 to 8 years. And now these other countries are starting to push back. What you don't seem to understand, or what a lot of the so-called Passport Bros do not understand, once you leave America, you do not have the same rights as you do within the borders of your own country. These other countries have laws and rules that override that. You do not have privilege once you leave the United States of America, especially when you are exposed, especially when you're out in the open, especially when you're obnoxious and loud and ignorant. Point 2. The men in these countries are becoming frustrated and jealous. As we are men, most men we're possessive. We like to own things. And when other men show up and take the women that you feel that you are entitled to, that you are working for and protecting and providing for, that's going to be a problem. And now we're seeing it coming to a head. I saw a recent video posted in Kenya where they're basically banning passport bros. There are new laws that are being pushed through in other countries like Colombia, where you're not even allowed entry into the country. As if we didn't have enough to deal with traveling, right? We've all heard about the scopolamine issue in the Latin countries. If you're not familiar with scopolamine, it's a odorless drug that basically makes you take a nap, but not a cat nap, a long nap. And it's very, very, very potent. It can be easily administered. And this has been prevalent again in Latin American countries. How do I know this? Because I've done the research. And now I'm not here to just talk about the issues with passport bros and traveling. I'm here to make some humble recommendations so that we can all enjoy and have fun when we travel. Number one, stop clout chasing. Stop clout chasing. Have your fun within reason, but don't post this shit on the internet. Don't post the women on the internet. Don't post anything on the internet. Now, if you want to have your own photo collection, by all means, go for it. But number one, stop clout chasing. Number two, move in silence. Stay in the shadows. That's your best advantage going anywhere.
Silence, you furry fool.
Drawing attention to yourself draws the wrong kind of attention. You want less attention, especially when you're abroad. Because when I travel, that is what I prefer. Low profile, non-threatening, not an issue. Move in and out of places, no problem. And I haven't had any issues traveling with that mindset. Moving in silence and keeping a low profile. So those are two suggestions. Third suggestion, perhaps traveling solo or with one companion. What is the saying? Two's a company, three's a crowd. So when you're traveling in large fucking groups, guess what's gonna happen? I don't have to tell you. But those are my humble suggestions. I hope things get better, but we all know that's how things don't work. They tend to get worse before they get better. The issue I'm seeing is the other countries creating or proposing new laws to limit travel in and out of the country. Travel bans, etc. So, to my fellow American brothers, just know the world does not like us. The women may like us for a reason, but the majority of the world is not enamored with Americans anymore in this year 2026. A lot of it is due to political reasons, misconceptions, government pressures. I could keep going. But when you travel, keep these things in mind. The whole point is to make it back. It's called a vacation. You're not traveling for clout. You're traveling for vacation. You're traveling for culture. At least when I travel for culture, as well as the other entities that may present themselves while I'm in said country. So I think I've rambled enough. I'm at about the 10-minute mark, so I'll go ahead and wrap this up. Again, this is your boy, Mr. Anonymous Nobody. Stay tuned. I will be posting more often. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.